Anyway, I'm here. What's up, everybody? It's Amatala Mommy Chi Shabazz here with Yes Credit Solutions, and I'm here today to share with you some tips on how you can maximize on your credit. So, today's topic I'll be going over with how to pay your credit card bill so that you can get an increase on your credit score. So, hey, how do they work together? Um, First thing first is you want to be able to know. Well, there's 3 dates that you need to be aware of when you're paying your credit card bill. This is off top. You want to be aware of your statement date. You want to be aware of your due date, and then you also want to be aware of what day do this particular company report to the credit bureaus, right? That's something that you definitely want to know. Like, so what is the day that they report? My particular credit card company reports to the credit bureaus, and many people are not aware of how to read a credit card statement. Most people see they got a credit card statement, they got a bill that came in the mail. On there it says pay a minimum of $25, and they paying a minimum of $25, and they thinking my credit score should go up because I'm paying my credit card bill every month on time. But that is not the way that it works, y'all. Yes, you're maintaining your minimum balance or minimum due, and this is based off of them calculating interest. Just think about it. The amount that they want you to pay is within their benefit, because the longer you take to pay this balance off, the more they can charge you on interest. So 3 dates you want to take a look at, again: statement date, due date, and also the date that it reports to the credit bureau. That date is not going to be on your actual statement. This is a date that you need to call and contact those credit card companies, those credit bureaus, or whatever it is that whoever the company is. You need to contact them directly and ask them, hey, can you tell me what day y'all report to the credit bureaus? So the reason why you want to know all these dates is each one give you a timeline on how you can maximize that credit report or maximize that credit card payment. Excuse me. So on your statement, I have a sample one pulled up. I'll probably do a screen share so I can show everybody. But on your credit card statement, it'll always have the statement date on there at the top. On that statement date at the top, that's your actual day that statement, that's the day they print off your statement. So it's a few reasons to be aware of this date, because this is the day that they printed off the statement that they counted whatever your balance was up to that day. Hey, Nika, how you doing? So with that, so your statement date, be aware of your statement date, y'all, because with the statement date, it come a few things. Now you have some options. You can once you learn what your statement date is, you can stay on top of what your credit card payment is, or when your credit card, how to maximize on what they even put on your statement date. What do I mean? If your statement date is the 15th of every month, then if you make a payment on whatever you know to be, because you should be tracking how much you spend on your credit card. So if you make a payment on the 13th, or let's even say, a couple days before that actual date, then when your statement date comes out, it will reflect it, meaning now they're going to report it will show that you made a payment. So you can even have statement dates, and many people probably have had that, or when you had your credit card statement come and it says zero payment due. Why does it say that? Because you already made a payment. You already satisfied their minimum payment that they needed you to pay. And in most cases, I used the amount of $25. So you already paid them their minimum, so they have nothing they can charge you interest on. Another reason why you want to be aware of your statement date is that's why you could beat the interest. This is how you beat the interest. You got a $500 credit card. I'm just using low numbers so you can understand. You don't want a $500 credit card. You want a $5,000 credit card. Okay. But let's say you have a $500 credit card, right? I love you too, bro. And on your $500 credit card, you have a minimum payment due. I'm gonna still use $25 or $25. You have used $400 of this credit card bill. So you know when your statement come out, they're going to charge you interest on $400 that you use on your credit card bill. The way you beat paying the interest on a credit card bill, where now you just paid the money on a credit card bill, is that you pay that money down before the statement days come. Why? Because the statement day is the day that they incur interest. That's when they put everything together, like, okay, bam, they recalculate everything. So if you beat them to recalculating, what do they have to calculate? Now you have used your credit card, avoid having to pay interest on your credit card, and you could do it again. You could do it again over and over and over, because why? It's a credit card. It's a revolving debt. It continuously refreshes based off of what you put on it. So that's why you want to be aware of your statement date. If you want to be able to use your credit card so that you're not paying all of that interest on your credit card, then you make your payment before the statement date based off of how much you know you already used on your credit card. This again is you paying attention to how much you're spending. Second date, due date. This is the day on the, so this is the day that they calculate that they want you to pay that minimum amount, right? This is your due date. So based off of what your due date is, then let's say you missed it. Damn, I ain't get to pay before the statement date. Now you have your due date. So what do you do with this? Well, based off of how they calculated it, if you go by a minimum amount, most people don't never pay the damn cards out. You might get so deep in the hole, like this $25 not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So what does that mean? That means that now you need to pay more than what is due. And this is where your utilization, all of this stuff, is so many factors that you need to make sure you're aware of, and also making sure that the credit card payment that you make and the amount that's being reported to the credit bureaus for the next month is less than what was reported the month before. Why? Because that's the amount that the credit bureau is going to go by. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to use the same $500 credit card. The month before, it reported at $100 utilization. This month, you have that same 500 credit card. I'm going to use that same 400. You use $400 on that credit card. If you don't want your credit score to go down, if you want to see an increase in your credit score, your goal is to pay it lower than $100, lower than what the last reporting amount that they reported to the credit bureaus. Why? Because now they report a decrease in your balance. That's where you get your points at. You get your points when they report that your balance on your credit card has decreased. So instead of paying your credit card, that same $500 credit card, y'all, instead of paying that same $500 credit card, paying the minimum, which is 25, and scratch that. Last month you paid it down to $100. This month, pay it down to 90, pay it down to 80, pay it down to 70. What can you do? Now, ideally, the goal is to have, they say, 30% utilization rate. So I say 6%. You do 6%, lenders love to see utilization like that. How do I get a large credit? So this is the process that you utilize. So I'm gonna kind of give some game at the end of this. I got you, bro. I'm gonna throw some ice on it. I'm gonna throw some on it for you. All right. So if you want to get an increase, let me see. Oh, before I go to that, let me talk about the other day. So that's I just spoke about the due date. The due date is the day that they, calculate when they need your minimum payment to be due. Now, you don't have to do just the minimum. That's what I'm speaking about now. Do more than the minimum. Go above and beyond. Do what you can do. Do what you allow to do, what your budget will allow you to do. But if you want to do this, you're doing this paying your credit card strategically so you can get an increase on your credit report, then you need to make sure you're paying attention to the numbers, dates, and when you making these credit card payments. It makes a big difference, y'all. So on your due date, you knock out your due date. So instead, this time on your due date, you're going to make sure you pay enough where it could reflect that you pay either more last month or the same amount. Because if you pay the same amount, bam, you won't see a decrease. The goal is here is not to see a decrease. You don't want to be like, I paid my bill, but my score didn't go up none, or I lost like 5 points, I lost 10 points. This happens, and unfortunate part is they snatch those points, but they don't give them back to you the same way. I think that's how the algorithm set up. It's meant to like shake you up or whatever, but no worries about that. You follow these steps, you'll be able to gain points every time you make your credit card payment. It don't matter if you just go $5 less than what you paid last time, and you still can use it throughout the month, but you want to be aware of those days, because now you know when I need to stop spending on my card and start paying my balance on my card so that they can reflect it. The third day. The third day is the day that they report to the credit bureaus. Now, each company, depending on who you have your credit card through, they all have different days that they report to the credit bureaus. Since COVID, some stop reporting altogether. Some report every 3 months. Some just, they used to report every week or every 2 weeks. Now they only have a reporting day of once a month. So this is completely on you to contact those companies, find out, call customer service, and you say, hey, how you doing? This is how I am. I always want to have somebody doing. But you say, hey, how you doing? I'm calling. I would like some information on when you all report my actual credit limit, or when y'all report to the credit bureaus. That's exactly what you want to say. I'm calling to find out what's y'all date? What day do y'all report my account to the credit bureaus? Sometimes they give you a hard time, sometimes they don't. But based off the date that they report to the credit bureau, now you know that this is the day that your credit will reflect that amount. And then after that date, then you can start spending your money on your card again, and doing it without feeling like, okay, I had this pressure on me that maybe my limit not going to report properly. But now you're in a position where they'll be reporting this credit limit at the lowest possible amount, because a lot of times that's where they get people. They be like, I have a lot of clients all the time. I paid my full credit card bill. I paid it down to zero. But then in a few days afterwards, they might have went and spent some money, and it might have been something sizable that they spent on the card. And that's the balance that get reflected and get reported to the credit bureaus. So make sure y'all do that. Contact the company, find out when they report. Now, to go to what you said, how do you get a larger credit limit? Bam, here come game, y'all. All right, so if you want to get an increase and you want to be looked at by the credit bureaus as a premium client, an A+ client, an A-tier client, you know what I'm saying, customer, what you want to do is you want to use your card and pay it off every week. Like, that same, I'm gonna use this same $500 card. Week 1, you had the card, you used $100, you paid, no, not $100, excuse me. You used $400 on that card. Then you paid that off that Friday. You did it again and you paid it off that Friday. What you want to do is you want to show the credit bureaus this ain't enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm spending and I need a larger credit line. So in there, also what it shows them is that you didn't make 4 payments in 1 month. That make you look a little higher in their algorithm. Everything right now is all about algorithms and AI, and you know what I'm saying? So you got to do little things more clever to trigger the system. So you're going to keep making them payments, and making those payments will put you in a different league, a different tier of a client, of a customer. And that's what would put you in a system, trigger you to be, okay, he's an ideal candidate for a credit limit increase. You know what I'm saying? That's if you already have the card. Now, other ways, if you want to know some more of the insight, tricks, and techniques, you're going to have to call me and hit me up and get a consultation at calendly.com/yes credit solutions, and get on my calendar. Secure your time, your day. I do free consultations, and we can go over different tips, techniques, or ways in which you can kind of grab more points based off of what you already have on your credit report, And if you need also assistance with cleaning or getting things removed, getting the derogatories moved off of there, me and my team, we can help you with that as well. So give us a call, or better yet, schedule that appointment. And then, because my phone be always going, and I don't want to miss nobody, but you can call us as well. Go to the website, you'll get the phone number. Go to the Facebook page. So everybody who's tuning in, thank you. I appreciate you. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I don't see any other questions right now. So if it's something you want me to talk about, go into details on, I talk about personal credit, I talk about business credit, but primarily my focus is business credit. Why? Because I want to get to show you how to use that entity like you would your personal credit. Stop attaching the two. Let them be separate. Build that business up, business corporate credit to $1 million, billion-dollar business, and watch how you start to change the legacy and the paradigm of you and your family. So again, y'all, it's me, it's your girl, Amatala Mommy Chi Shabazz with Yes Credit Solutions, and I am out for now. Any questions, send them to us through email, info@yescreditsolutions.com. Visit us at yescreditsolutions.com website under construction. But we have funnels. Learn at yescreditsolutions.com for our business clients who need assistance with business credit, building that up, and also credit.yescreditsolutions.com, and we can help you out with that. Until then, I will talk to y'all later. Thank everybody for tuning in. Again, like, share, subscribe. Woo woo. Peace, love.